Hello, hello, hello. Quick mic check, test, test, test. 1, 2, 1, 2. Making sure everything's hunky-dory. Here from Ell-Saline High School. Mic check, highlight check, call. 1, 2, 1, 2. Check, 1, 2, 1, 2.
It's time for your Game of the Week, brought to you by Eagle Communications and Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. And now with your pregame and play-by-play, here's Tyler Henry.
The Friday Night Lights have brought us to Brookville, Kansas for an all-area 8-man clash as the 3-1 Ell-Saline Cardinals look to maintain their dominant run over the 0-4 Solomon Gorillas. Hey everyone, and welcome in on the Billings Group Countdown to Kickoff show. Tyler Henry here. So glad that you could join us for another installment of our Game of the Week, brought to you tonight by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors. After making a deep playoff run last season, Ell-Saline would love to establish itself back atop the 8-man Division I ranks and has bounced back well after stumbling out of the gates to 0-1. Solomon, meanwhile, owns one of the youngest rosters in the whole state of Kansas, with just 2 seniors available, but with quarterback Brecken Cope back in the saddle, will look to shock the 8-man world here in Brookville tonight. Coming up next, we'll hear from both head coaches, get you starting lineups, and have you back to Brookville in time for kickoff. All that and more is right around the corner. You're watching the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you today by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors.
Are you looking for a local brokerage firm to help you with your Medicare, life insurance, and annuities? L&L Advisors is the #1 local Medicare supplement and insurance specialist. Medicare can be confusing. Let the experts at L&L Advisors help make sense of it. Stop by one of 3 locations in Salina or McPherson and speak to an agent about the needs of your family. L&L Advisors, main office at 717 Roach, right off Crawford, and in the Central Mall, Salina, and downtown McPherson. Based on honesty and trust, contact L&L Advisors today.
Welcome back in here on the Billings Group Countdown Down to Kickoff show. It's time for our game of the week, and we're joined now by Joe Roach, head coach of the Ell-Saline Cardinals. And Coach, first and foremost, thank you so much for taking some time and coming on the show today.
Yeah, you bet, man. Thank you for having me. I love talking a little football.
Well, your squad comes into this game at 3-1. You know, I was curious, what has impressed you the most about these last 3 weeks and just the way in which your team has gone out and won these games?
Well, I really like our progress that we're making from start to finish. It probably didn't show very much in game one, but since then, we have been very detail-orientated, and our kids are trying to learn every step of the way. And, it's cool to see them. They thought they could, your first varsity game, you think you can get away with things that you did when you were playing JV. And those things, some of them simply don't work. And our kids are learning that, and they're trying to adjust. And, it's a day in, day out process, and we like that kind of thing around here.
One thing that I've always loved talking with you, Coach, just the care that you have for the kids in your system. I was curious, even taking football out of the equation, what has been your favorite thing about this group of young men that you get to work with every week?
Oh, they're crazy. I love them. I mean, the way they get along and the way they hang out outside of football and school. This is just the huddle, and our locker room is just really an extension of their relationship that they have. And so I coach football, and I don't really coach motivation. Not very much. Maybe to get them a little, hyped up on Friday in the locker room. But, our kids come to play, and, they're not 120,000% every day at practice. And, sometimes I have to say, hey, let's jog it out, or something like that. But, that's about it. We got great kids. And so if we can get them in the right place at the right time, we can be great football players too.
The Ell-Saline story has been so fun to watch unfold over the last 3 years. You guys take the step down to 8-man. Year one, you kind of got to grips with it. Last year, you turn around, you make a deep playoff run. I know the guys wanted to do the same this year. You mentioned the kind of the trip up there in week number one. What was it like in the locker room and maybe even in the film room after that game, just watching these guys kind of refocus and get right back to business?
Well, we're at halftime. We're up 16-12 after being down 12-0. And, I kind of got after him a little bit because our quarterback was getting hit and, things like that. But he was really getting hit on the option. That's part of the option game. But, I probably could have handled our halftime a little differently because we came out kind of deadheaded not after that. But, usually we're calm in the locker room. And usually we're talking strategy and things like that. And that's what we have been doing ever since. And even before that, we did that same thing as well. And that's when we're at our best, is when we are calm and we're talking things out. And so, yeah, I mean, and then the film room, the Sunday night, we have our film sessions at 7 p.m. right here in my classroom. But it wasn't a holler session. It wasn't a yell session by any means, because that's too easy to do. We can wear kids down to a nub really, really easy by doing that, and they don't want that either. So it's really a learning situation, and sometimes a really good laughing situation, because what you see on film, it doesn't lie. I mean, and you can't unsee it. So if it's funny, man, our kids, with the way they get along and the way, they've known each other since basically birth. So it's like brothers on brothers, it's a good time. So it's a good learning situation. It's always been that way around here, and that's the way I like it, because, the football field's really just an extension of the classroom and trying to help them grow into, good young men. So that's what we're doing around here.
You talked about your quarterback just a moment ago. I was curious. Obviously, a bit of a different look for you guys under center. How has Reese Crone kind of changed the dynamic of this team, and how fun has he been to coach this year?
Well, he fits right in with everybody, and kids know him as just an outstanding guy. So there's no difference between Reese anywhere else and then the huddle or the locker room. I mean, he's just in it to win it. They know he's a gamer and a guy you want on your side. And for that, we're very, very thankful. As a football coach, and he's our quarterback, me and him have a wonderful relationship. So we're always talking football. I have him first hour every morning, and he sits right here by my desk. So we have some great football talks, and it's high-level stuff. It's the mental side of it. And Reese likes that. He's a good chess player, so he really likes the strategy point of football. And so we have some great times. And I'm only looking for Reese to get better, because we talk about the nuances of a play, not just the overall strategy of the play, but we're talking about the nuances and the fine-tuning of it. And so, man, I can only see him get better and better as we go along.
Well, and as your team gets better, you guys welcome in a Solomon team this Friday night that, they've had their fair share of struggles here this season. But, when you scout Solomon on film, what are some of the biggest things that kind of stand out to you, or just about the way that they play the game of football?
Well, they play, they run a little shotgun like we do. So they're, what we see on film as far as their plays go is kind of like us. So that's kind of what we're practicing against. They can, their quarterback can throw it and run it. So we're going to have to contain him, and we're just going to have to play our football. And you see their record, and our kids see their record. They do their research. They're smart. And so I'm coaching against overlooking anybody. We have I like the slogan, respect all, fear none. So we're going to play our brand of football no matter who we play or where we play. We're going to try to do things the way we know how to do them and the way we've practiced them. And if that turns out into a win, hopefully it does, that's great. If it turns into a loss, sometimes you lose, and then other times you learn. So, all right, yeah.
Well, absolutely. Well, and last thing for you here, Coach, but, where would you like to see your team take even another step forward here this week? And overall, what would you say are your biggest keys to the game to get a win over Solomon and make it 4 in a row at home?
Well, we've done really good. We've done really, really well with limiting our turnovers and our penalties. So I'd like to see that continue. And then I'd like to see us advance in the fine-tuning and the nuances of a play. We already know the play. So let's play reckless and smart at the same time and take that same play to the next level. Instead of just blocking one guy, how about you continue running downfield and block another guy? Or, on defense, our linebackers, we lack experience in our linebacking core. And we need to learn how to read guards and read the linemen, defeat the guy in front of us, and then go hunting for the football, not the other way around. Because once you do it the other way around, you're easily blocked because you're standing over people trying to look into the backfield. And sometimes we get into the habit of that. So we need to play our brand of football no matter what. And it's homecoming. We're all going to be fired up around here, and we can't let that be a distraction. We got a job to do. That's why everybody's here in the first place, is for a football game. So that we need to put a good product on the field and let everybody see everybody's talents.
Well, Coach Roach, thank you again so much for your time, sir. Best of luck to your Cardinals here tonight.
Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Once again, that was Joe Roach, head coach of the Ell-Saline Cardinals. We'll step away, but the Billings Group countdown to kickoff rolls on next here on Salina Post.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
Welcome back in here on the Billings Group Countdown to Kickoff show. It's time for our game of the week, and we're joined now by Devin Rizzo, head coach of the Solomon Gorillas. Coach, first and foremost, thank you so much for taking some time and coming on the pregame show today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for covering us.
So you guys have faced a pretty tough slate of games here to start your season, but I wanted to focus on the positives here right off the top. Overall, what would you say has been the best thing you've seen out of this group here in 2024?
Yeah, I really think just our resilience. I mean, obviously we've had a grunt of a schedule. We've been faced with nothing but adversity this early on in our season, and our guys continue to show up every day with great effort, great energy, and just excitement for the game of football. We all knew going into this year that it was going to be, a pretty tough year being young, but the experience we're gaining is really what we're focusing on.
Well, and I know you guys have faced some things that, obviously are outside of your control, but in terms of the things on the field that you can control, what are some of the biggest improvements that you're hoping to see here in these final 4 games?
Yeah, we talk a lot about just improving week in and week out, and, we're got some guys back in our lineup that we've been missing and getting a little bit healthier than we've been to start the season, and just really seeing the everything come together. I mean, we talk a lot about, this week our big point of emphasis has been running the football. To be able to throw the ball around, we have to establish our run game and really have kind of challenged our guys up front to get physical, drive off the ball, stay low, and stay on their blocks. That way we can get some momentum going on offense.
Breckencope is obviously such a huge piece to this offense. It seems like things just kind of flow better when he's on the field, and obviously a great leader and captain as well. But, how do you feel like the offense changes now that he's back in the mix?
Yeah, I mean, I think just the confidence piece. I mean, we had a couple weeks prior, we had a fullback, really an offensive lineman the last few years, who's been playing fullback and tight end and receiver for us this year, step up and play quarterback and never played in that position. And obviously did a great job filling in there. But now just with our kind of leader of the offense and our quarterback being back out there, just gives everyone around him the confidence as well. And able to do a little bit more than what we were able to during those weeks without him.
This is such a young team. You start just two seniors. One of them is brand new to football. It's his first year playing, at this level. Do you see the groundwork kind of being laid right now? And where have you seen the most growth in these guys?
Yeah, honestly, so it's incredible that, Carlos Duran, speaking of that one senior that's never played football before, I tell everybody all the time, and even coaches that have obviously scouted us that we've played, has said it's unbelievable that he's a first-year football player. I mean, what the natural athlete that he is, and just the kind of as smart as a kid as he is, he's able to adapt and overcome and just understand the game of football with really never seeing it or playing it before. So he's been an incredible addition. Very, very, very happy that he's out here with our guys and helping our guys get better. And, two things I talk a lot about with our team and with our two seniors especially is, they're doing the hard part. This senior class, only being two of them, they're truly laying that foundation that every program talks about. And just, success doesn't come overnight. It takes a long time to build successful programs. I mean, we talk about the teams that we've had to play and that we will have to play, like the Frankfurts, the Little Rivers, even the Ell-Salines, that have been programs that have been built from the ground up from those coaches. And, so they weren't successful to start, but they've been able to have consistency, which helps sustain that success long term. And that's what we're looking to do here at Solomon.
Early on in the season, and this can be anybody, offense, defense, special teams. I mean, who are some of the guys that have really kind of stuck out and impressed you with their play?
Yeah, absolutely. So the two that comes to mind would be Carlos Duran, playing wide receiver and defensive back for us, just flying around. A kid that's really only played basketball most of his kind of youth, and been a great basketball player here at Solomon. Just to see how physical he is and the confidence that he plays around being a first-year football player is very impressive. Flies around, he plays our safety position, but flies around, makes a ton of tackles for us week in and week out. And then Matt Jones is another kid that works, I think, harder than anybody, puts his nose down, plays middle backer for us, plays running back, takes a ton of hits, but also delivers some big hits for us, and he's really doing a great job. Again, he's only a sophomore, so excited to see him continue to grow and develop in his future.
Well, things don't get any easier for you this week, at least not in terms of the scheduling. You guys go down and play an Ell-Saline team that made a deep run into the 8-man playoffs last year. When you have a chance to scout the Cardinals on film, what are some of the biggest things that stand out to you right away, just about the way that they play?
Yeah, I mean, they fire off the football on both sides of the ball. I mean, on offense, they stay low, they drive their feet, they block really well. They do things the right way. Again, talking about that program that Joe Roach has built down there is just incredible and very impressive. I mean, I have a ton of respect for him and the way he does things, and really looking forward for our guys going up against a good opponent. And that's what we talk about all the time is, like, yes, looking at our schedule, it's tough, but there's two ways you can look at that. It's you have an opportunity to go and play against a really good team and a program that does things the right way. That's where we want to get to, and that's why we are laying this foundation and why we are doing things so differently than how they've been done in the past, is to be able to get that success as well. So yeah, have a ton of respect for them. They're an incredible football team, have athletes all over the field, but really just the way they fly around is what has impressed me the most about watching them on film.
This is my, I believe, 10th year covering high school football. I don't know that I've ever seen a quarterback that also plays defensive end. Reese Crone comes in 6'5", 220 pounds at quarterback for Ell-Saline. What are some of the challenges of trying to contain an athlete like that? And, again, where will your defense have to be sharp in order to kind of limit the damage that he can do?
Yeah, absolutely. An incredible athlete that they have there playing quarterback, and obviously a bigger kid. Got to stay low. I mean, we talk a lot about defensively. We can't, someone, especially if they're bigger than us, we can't tackle them at chest high. We got to tackle them through their legs and take away their legs. That way they can't keep their momentum, and really making sure we're getting 8 hats to the football. We can't expect to go one-on-one with an athlete like that and win that challenge 9 times out of 10. We need people flying around, attacking the football, and really trying to take his run game away.
Well, last thing for you here, Coach. Overall, what would you say are your biggest keys to the game? What does Solomon have to do to march in and pull off a big upset here at Ell-Saline?
Yeah, so offensively, I think we got to control the tempo. We talk a lot about that. We like to go fast. We'll slow it down when we need to, but I think we really need to control the tempo and be able to run the football. We have a big point of emphasis on that this week, so those are kind of our two main things offensively. Defensively, we need to play assignment sound football, do our job, not try to be a superhero, be assignment sound, gap sound, and fly around and make game tackles and get 8 hats to the football. So those are kind of our points of emphasis this week, but we're looking forward to playing a very good Ell-Saline team and can't wait to get out there Friday night.
Well, Coach Rizzo, thank you again so much for your time. Best of luck to your Gorillas here tonight.
Absolutely. I appreciate it.
Once again, that was Devin Rizzo, head coach of the Solomon Gorillas. We'll step away, but the Billings Group countdown to kickoff rolls on next here on Salina Post.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
And now back to more football action with your game of the week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Brookville, Kansas. Tyler Henry joined by Brooks Garrettson as we're just about ready to get this game underway. Ell-Saline and Solomon from the world of 8-man, and the Ell-Saline Cardinals looking to establish themselves as one of the top teams in 8-man. Again, they've already picked up 3 straight confident victories. Make no mistake, they are the favorites here tonight. This is a game that Ell-Saline is expected to win, but at the same time, it's a hungry Solomon squad looking to prove their worth and trying to challenge one of the top teams in 8-man. Just about ready to get this underway. Ell-Saline comes out in their home red jerseys, white pants, white numerals across the back. It's the Ohio State look for Solomon with the gray pants, the white jerseys, and the red numerals, and this game is underway. As the opening kickoff will head back to the end zone, Solomon lets it bounce for a touchback, and the Solomon Gorillas will put the offense on the field to start this game. Boy, a welcome sight for Solomon. Brooks Garrettson, Brecken Cope back out there after spending a couple of games unable to play here for Solomon, but he is back in at quarterback. He'll lead this team, the 5'10", 150-pound sophomore. He will be joined by his O-line. It consists of Junior Gonzalez, Matthias Baxa, and Andrew Gray. Seth Pekarik is your top receiving option with Carlos Duran. Matt Ham-Jones lines up in the backfield. Cohen Duryea will get touches in the backfield as well. First down and 10, a handoff up the right side. Picked up well there as they give it to Matt Ham-Jones, who plunges ahead, and they're going to say no gain on the play. That Ell-Saline defense has been so good this year. Let's go ahead and meet them now. Reese Crone is the quarterback. He's also the defensive end for this team. He is joined in the trenches by Victor Ruiz-Torres and Melvin Lutz. Your DBs today are Lucas Correa and Cass Kramer, and your linebackers are Branton Gosvener, Colin Dent, and Luke Walker. Second down and 10, shotgun snap. They will give once again to Matt Ham-Jones, who finds his way ahead for a gain of 3, maybe even 4 on the play, and that will set up a 3rd down and 6. Something we heard in our pregame interview with Devin Rizzo for Solomon. They really want to establish the run game early here, Brooks.
Yeah, they certainly do, and you can see it. They certainly do. First 2 plays of the game going to the ground. Stuffed both times. Good fill there by Victor Ruiz-Torres as well as Reese Crone. These guys just continuing to reestablish the line of scrimmage and make it tough on Solomon's offense.
Ell-Saline looking to get off the field here on the first drive of the day for Solomon. We'll see if they let him air it out. They do go to the air. The southpaw pumps. He fires. It's picked off, intercepted, and taken away back the other way. And there is Branton Gosvener, who comes up with a huge interception. It's going to be great field position here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals.
Coop was trying to find his receiver across the middle, and lurking in the shadows was Brandon Gosfern. Using all of his length there, the 6'3 sophomore goes up top and picks it out of the air.
So as Ell-Saline takes the field, let's go ahead and meet the offense. It all starts with Reese Crone. He is the starting quarterback, transitioned from tight end a season ago. He's going to be joined by Melvin Lutz in the backfield. Cass Kramer back there as well. Top receiving options, Tayton Williams, Trey Williams, and Branton Gosfiner meet the offensive line after this first down play. Crone goes under center. It is a give here on the backside of the play, breaking through the tackle all the way up to the 10-yard line. A great run there for Cass Kramer. The offensive line for Ell-Saline from left to right is Julian Roach, Victor Ruiz-Torres, and Jake Tilburg. That an 8-yard carry for Cass Kramer.
Yeah, Kramer finding the edge there. Good open field tackle by Carlos Duran of Solomon.
10 yards from pay dirt. Here are the Cardinals. Still plenty of space for them to pick up a first down as Crone goes under center once again. It's a give right out of the gate, breaking tackles all the way up to the 4-yard line. A good run there of 4 yards for Melvin Lutz, and it gives us a chance to introduce the defense for the Solomon Gorillas in the trenches. It's Junior Gonzalez, Matthias Baxa, and Andrew Gray. Your linebackers are Cohen Duryea, Matt Ham-Jones, and Seth Pekarik, and your DBs today, Athen Miller and Carlos Duran. First and goal here for Ell-Saline. Once again, Crone will go under center. He will take the snap. It's a give here to the up man in the I formation. It is Melvin Lutz who gets forward for a gain of 3 and puts Ell-Saline right on the doorstep of the end zone.
Yeah, Matt Ham-Jones coming down from the linebacker position and saving what would have been a touchdown from Lutz. Good wrap-up tackle there by Ham-Jones. Solomon with their back against the wall here, needing to bear down.
So many good choices here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. This time they go with a single back set. It's Cass Kramer lined up behind. We'll see if maybe they want to just sneak this with Crone, and they will, and he is in. Reese Crone, like it was nothing, gets in for the first score of the day. It's a 2-yard touchdown run for Ell-Saline, and it will put them up 6-0 pending the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, just a simple drive here. Ell-Saline just going to their bread and butter, keeping it on the ground throughout the whole offensive series and dominating the line of scrimmage to establish creases for the running backs.
So Reese Crone, again, his first carry of the day, goes for a touchdown. One of the many things that's different here at the 8-man level, not a lot of extra point attempts. Really just depends on who you've got, but we do see a lot of 2-point conversions across the board. And, well, when you've got an offense as good as what Ell-Saline does, you might as well line up and see if you can't take the points. Opportunity here for the Cardinals. They will give it once again to the up man. He is picked up. No, it was a fake, and they take it to the outside. Reese Crone had everyone convinced that he gave the ball to Kramer. Instead, he takes it himself, and it's an 8-0 lead here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. We'll step away back when we return. It's the Salina Post Game of the Week, and it's presented this week by our good friend Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors.
Your mailbox is stuffed full and the phone keeps ringing. There are even strangers knocking at your door. Open enrollment time for Medicare and prescription drug plans is here, and it brings all kinds of unsolicited activity. Call a local firm with people you know at L&L Advisors. Plans can change pretty drastically year to year, and the agents at L&L Advisors are happy to answer your questions, give advice, and make you feel at ease. With 2 locations in Salina on Road Street and Central Mall, and on South Main and McPherson. Built on honesty and trust, call L&L Advisors today.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Ell-Saline High School. Tyler Henry alongside Brooks Garrettson. An early 8-0 lead here for the Solomon Gorillas. And while we've got a moment, want to say a special thank you to the good folks at Sage Products. Before we do, though, Brooks.
Quick reaction on the score. Quick lead by the Ell-Saline Cardinals.
Of course. Ell-Saline with the big lead here at home. They will get ready to kick this away for the second time here this afternoon. Remember, it was Ell-Saline that won the toss, and they elected to defer to the second half. Kickoff here, it's going to be fielded right at the 10-yard line. Solomon will take this to about the 20, and a late flag flies. We'll have to check the laundry on the field. Before we do, want to remind you today's game is brought to you by Sage Products of Salina, a supplier of janitorial products for your business or home, from paper towels and soap and items from ceiling to floor. You'll see products from Sage, and you can get the same home field advantage at your home or office by visiting sageselects.com. And Brooks, it's going to be a hold here against Solomon. That's going to back them up even further here, as they had pretty decent field position, all things considered, but they're going to lose some of it here.
Yeah, decent return, making it just past the 20, let's call it 23-yard line as he skimming out of bounds, but penalty will push them all the way back to their own 8.
So it's Brecken Cope back in a twin back set. Cohen Duryea and Matt Ham-Jones lined up on either side. They will give this to Cohen Duryea, who tries to run this to the outside, but Ell-Saline all over it. They are going to stuff that for a loss of 1 on 1st and 10.
Yeah, just good setting the edge there by Crone at that defensive end position. He gives them nowhere to go to the outside, and it just corrals it all back to a whole host of Cardinals.
Ell-Saline has been blowing folks out here recently after they lost their Week 1 game. They won 38-20, and then in the last 2 weeks, 52-6 over Norwich, 46-0 over a perennial power in Canton Galva. Cope lines up once again here in the shotgun. He's got a back lined up directly behind him. That's Matt Ham-Jones. They will go ahead and give to Matt Ham-Jones, who breaks through the line. He's going to pick up a gain of 5 on the play, but it does bring up another 3rd and 7. And Brooks, you wonder if they might have to go back to the air here with Brecken Cope.
Yeah, good run play there. Nice crease developed by the O-lineman, giving the running back room to get a good pickup. But with the penalty and negative first down play, it leaves them 3rd and deep. You got to think they want to go to the air here, Tyler.
If nothing else, you want to give yourself a chance to punt it away and not hand any good field position back over. They got to be careful here. Brecken Cope sets it up here on a 3rd down and 6, and they will go ahead and hand it off, and that is going nowhere. Melvin Lutz all over the carry attempt. Matt Ham-Jones dropped for no gain, and it's 4th down and probably a punting situation here for the Gorillas.
Yeah, you wonder how gun-shy Solomon's play calling might be after the early interception, which led to good field positioning and an easy offensive series to set up the 8-0 lead for the Cardinals.
Sun's starting to set here, and they will go ahead and punt this away. Interesting wrinkle with any team. The starting quarterback, Brecken Cope, is also the punter.
Gotta love it in small-town football.
Cass Kramer is back deep to return, and yeah, I think the scouting report says don't kick to Cass Kramer. So Ell-Saline going to set up in their own field position, or rather in Solomon field position here. And we'll see that Ell-Saline offense, who, boy, they didn't need much. They went to the ground 4 times. They picked up the touchdown, but Brooks, to be fair, they had really good field position to start.
Yeah, they certainly did on the positive side of the 40-yard line here on this 8-man field. Solomon finds themselves in Ell-Saline finds themselves in Solomon territory yet again.
It's the battle of all red 8-man teams from our area. 6:49 left to go. Shotgun set here for Reese Crone. Crone does give this right side. Big tackle made by Andrew Gray. It's going to be a loss of 3 as he was able to bottle up Cass Kramer, and Ell-Saline going backwards on 1st down.
Yeah, Gray had a great first step there on that play, getting his way past that offensive lineman across from him and finding a way into the backfield. Good wrap-up tackle against a talented running back.
Your mailbox is
2nd down and 13. Ell-Saline back to the line. See what they want to do here as they will duck back into the I formation. Crone under center, takes the snap, pump fakes, wants to go to the air. He's got 2 wide open receivers. The catch made at the 10 and able to walk his way into the end zone. It's Trey Williams who hauls in a 35-yard bomb. Boy, they sold out to defend the run, did Solomon, and Reese Crone made them pay.
Yeah, it's not the first time that the Gorillas have bit on a good fake. Again, going to the dive look to Kramer. Kramer crunching over his belly, acting like he's got the football. Everybody bites for it. Safeties jump into the play, and then all by his lonesome, is Williams, and he's able to take in the end zone.
2-point attempt. They want to run this to the outside. There to the pylon for 2. It's Melvin Lutz, and it's a 16-0 lead here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Up big at home. Back with more first quarter action when we return. You're locked into this game. It's the game of the week presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine. It's brought to you tonight by Joe Guillory of L&L Advisors.
From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Be sure to check out their salves. Salves is a powerful blend of nature's best ingredients. Beeswax, crafted with care to soothe and nourish your dry skin, minor cuts, and burns. And for dry lips, try out their Happy Bee Balm. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey Farms at 901 North 9th Street. More than just a honey store.
Welcome back in here to Brookville, Kansas. Tyler Henry joined by Brooks Garrettson, and an early 16-0 lead for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Looking good here at home. They're really just picking up right where they left off last week, Brooks.
Yeah, Cardinals are flying high right now. Everything's working well. They've gone on the ground, go to the pass, and Crones connects to Williams with after the perfect fake out. Everyone bit on the run. Everything's working well for Ell-Saline.
Let me tell you, it is a beautiful night for some high school football. It was about 80 degrees earlier today. It's going to cool down to about 65. True October weather is for the third time today. The kick was away. This time it's into the end zone for another touchback. It was 6:03 to go here in quarter number 1. It's Solomon who will put the offense back on the field. Early on, what do you see out of the Solomon team offensively here, Brooks?
Well, Solomon, first of all, no penalty to start this series. So they're already off to a better start than last time. Now they just need to establish the run, get a little comfortable. Let's get 6 or 7 yards here on second down to make it second and manageable. Maybe you can take a shot. We'll see what they go to here.
Solomon, one of the youngest teams in the state of Kansas, only 2 seniors on the roster. Kind of limited junior-wise, too. They've got a really talented sophomore class. It's been fun to watch these guys grow this year. First down and 10. Cope rolling out, almost intercepted. Boy, he threw that right into the midst of Melvin Lutz, and Lutz darn near came down with it. Instead, it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Lutz and Ham Jones right up in the face of Coop there as he tries to roll out left to deliver it to the crossing receiver. But I do like to see a bit of play diversity here in the play calling, not trying to shy away from different looks, keep the Cardinals on the toes, and get a positive play.
And not too obvious there, too. I'm with you. I like going for the pass on first down. You try to pick something up. You try to keep them off balance. But even when you throw different wrinkles at this Ell-Saline team, they are just so on top of it defensively. It is really tough to find ways to get your guys open. See what they want to go with here on 2nd and 10. Brecken Cope lines it up. He'll take the snap. They do want to go back to the ground. And again, Ell-Saline all over a number of guys in there. Colin Dent to finish the tackle. And it's a loss of 3 on the play.
Yeah, Melvin Lutz and Victor Ruiz Torres are just back there before the play can even start. During the mesh, they're in the lap of the quarterback. So Coop just has nowhere to go to there, and Ham Jones has to pay for it.
3rd down and 12. These are the kinds of situations you were talking about this team trying to avoid. They find themselves looking at 3rd and long once again. Got to think this is going to be a passing down, and they will let Cope air it out. Pass rush coming. Cope stepping up in the pocket. He wants to tuck it and try to run himself. He will find his way ahead for a gain of 6, but not enough to pick up the first down in another punting situation here for the Solomon Gorillas.
Yeah, a decent scramble, finds himself about 6 yards, but again, with the negative plays prior to, Solomon finds themselves in the hole, now with their hands on their hips, thinking, we could gamble here, but we could keep it ourselves in the game. Not a very successful punt last time. Coop didn't really get a good boot on it. We'll see what they elect to go here.
Looks like they are at least showing that they want to keep the offense on the field. I don't mind the gamble here. 4th down and 6. We'll see if they can find a way to pick this up. Solomon still looking for their first down of the game with 5:09 to go. They trail 16-0. Cope, pump fakes, wants to go to the air. He's got a man open at the 40, and the catch is hauled in. It's a huge reception for Carlos Duran, who, by the way, is playing high school football as a senior, Brooks, for the first time in his career.
Yeah, Carlos Duran, a talented basketball player, going up and get it like a rebound as he runs down the sideline. A beautiful pass by Cope.
Huge gain of about 18 for Duran. Here is a handoff on first down. That finds about 2 as they give that once again to Matt Ham-Jones.
As Solomon kind of getting up and trying to get a hurry play going on there. You love the up-tempo after a big chunk play.
4:45 remaining here in the opening half. We'll see if they want to let Cope sling it around a little bit. You can see the arm talent of the senior. Again, that was a dot down the sideline for Brecken Cope. He'll take the snap. They will hand it off once again to Matt Ham-Jones, who gets upended. A big tackle for Branton Gospiner. That's an early candidate for your Salina Pain Clinic hit of the game right there.
Yeah, Gospiner coming down and putting his face mask in Ham's chest. Just a beautiful hit, eyes up, right on the target.
I'm looking at the same thing you're looking at, Brooks. The video board here in Brookville is amazing. I don't know many 8-man teams that have a video board. They do it right here in Brookville. That's good stuff.
Yeah, you'll love to see it. It is fantastic for this community to have such a cool thing at their facility.
Got pyrotechnics, got all sorts of stuff going on. Cope drops back on a 3rd and 10. He will fire it out. The catch made. That's going to be good enough for a first down, and it'll get him up to the 25. It was Cohen Duryea who hauled it in. It's another big chunk play through the air. Solomon's starting to cook a little bit here offensively.
Yeah, Duryea just finding the gap right there. Good catch with hands in his face. And a few yards after the catch as well, Solomon getting more and more comfortable with the ball.
Gorillas starting to settle in here. Once again, they'll line it up. Brecken Cope in the pistol set. Takes the snap on 1st and 10. Tries to hand it off to Matt Ham-Jones, who is met at the line by Branton Gospiner. And they're going backwards once again. Gospiner's really impressed me here defensively. I know we know what he is, but a couple of big tackles and interception. He's been the early guy to watch.
Yeah, only a sophomore, but measuring up to 6'3". Gospiner just getting off the edge so fast, and when he comes untouched like that, he's going to bring a boom.
It's a loss of 5 for Solomon. Now looking at 2nd and 15 with 3:03 to go here in the first quarter. Pistol snap taken by Cope. They want to pump and go deep. It's a jump ball. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time for Lucas Correa. And you saw they were targeting Carlos Duran down the field. And, boy, both guys had time to kind of set their feet, maybe make a sandwich before they left up and try to make the catch. And the jump ball won by the DB.
Yeah, Coop put a lot of air under that ball. But good, clean play by both players there. No penalty, just trying to play the ball. And a nice knockaway, or a nice bat down by Correa.
Yes, sir. So Cope back in the pistol here, ready to line it up, looking to go for it on 3rd and 15. They've already gone to the air with success. The 2 big plays that got them the first downs. They're going to go back to the air here once again. Cope stepping up, has time, fires it out, almost intercepted. Cass Kramer lurking in the shadows there on the sideline. We'll see if they want to try to go for it here once again. You might as well at this point, again, against a power here in Ell-Saline. You got them on the ropes a little bit in terms of field position, and even if you do turn it over, you're deep enough in Cardinal territory. I mean, it's not like the game is going to hinge one way or the other on a turnover on downs here, but you give yourself a chance to pick it up.
Yeah, certainly so. Gorillas looking to their playbook for their best play here, trying to pick up a 15-yard first down.
I will say, for as good as Cope has been on those passes, he's had a couple that have almost been picked. They're going to have to go to the air here. And they're going to have to be cautious. We have got a timeout called, and we'll go ahead and keep it right here for the time being. I want to say a special shout-out to the Bennington State Bank, who provided a pregame tailgate meal for all the good folks here in Brookville, Kansas. Of course, Bennington State Bank always involved in local high school athletics, a proud sponsor not only of the pregame tailgate today, but of high school athletics across the state of Kansas in general. For all of your banking needs, head on down to the Bennington State Bank. Coverage of today's game is also brought to you by the good folks at AJ Honey Farms. From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey has it all. Treat yourself to locally produced honey items or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in and see AJ Honey Farms at 901 North 9th Street in Salina. Brooks, Ell-Saline bending, not breaking, but perhaps a little bit more backed up on their heels than they expected to be early on here in this game, despite having the 16-0 lead.
Yeah, Gorillas coming out like I said, starting this series positively, no penalty, pick up a big 4th down with the pass to Correa, or excuse me.
Well, Solomon lining up to go for it here. Brecken Cope back in the pistol. 2 receivers lined up to the right-hand side. They've got a tight end on the left. Cope, with time, goes for it all, and it's batted down. Boy, you saw there Cass Kramer, no interest in trying to intercept that. He wanted that thing to go down. He wanted the field position. That's a heads-up play by Cass Kramer. He's a junior. He knows if he intercepts that and gets tackled, they lose field position. If it's incomplete, they get the ball at the 30. That was a savvy play.
Yeah, nice high IQ play by Kramer there in the backfield. Had the pass break up the play before as they tried to hook up with Dorea on the sideline. But two good plays in a row by Kramer, a breakup, and then another bat down to let his team keep the field position.
So, 2:42 left to go. Ell-Saline puts the offense on the field for the 3rd time today. Shotgun snap, a quarterback keeper trying to find some space, finding just 3 yards on the play is Reese Crone. And with 2:33 to go, it'll be 2nd and 7.
Yeah, Ell-Saline just really comfortable with keeping it on the ground until they don't want to be. They just creating everyone, getting everyone interested in coming downhill to get a hat on the run, and then as soon as everyone's in there, they're going to throw it, Tyler.
Yeah, they've had a lot of success. Again, they poke you, they prod you, then they take the deep shot. Man comes in motion. That's Cass Kramer. Here's the give to Melvin Lutz, who is tripped up and brought down for no gain. They're even going to say he lost a yard on the play there, Brooks, and Solomon's defense stands tall on 2nd down.
Yeah, Solomon keeping it interesting here, bringing it a 3rd and long situation for the Cardinals.
1:40 left to go. Here in the opening quarter, you wonder if they might let Crone air it out once again. He found Trey Williams for a 35-yard touchdown. The last time they were in need of a 1st down, but you got to think Solomon is going to be expecting the pass here. Shotgun set, man comes in motion. That's Lucas Correa from right to left. They want to run the quarterback draw, and it goes nowhere. Boy, Reese Crone rather, shut down at the line. I wonder if Ell-Saline, though, might want to get frisky and go ahead and go for it here on 4th down and 6.
Yeah, Crone trying to make it happen on his own, but meeting him on the alley there was Gonzalez for Solomon. A good tackle to stop would have been a nice pickup.
And they are lining up. Looks like they're going to punt this away. Solomon, though, doesn't have anybody back to return the punt. So they're just going to concede the field position. It's a booming punt. And Ell-Saline will not get a friendly roll as that finds its way into the end zone. They will turn it over on the punt with 36 seconds remaining here in quarter number 1. I've been really impressed with what this Solomon team has done here so far, Brooks, on both sides of the ball. They come in 0-4. They know they're the underdogs in this game, but they have showed up to fight. They don't care about size. They don't care about age. They don't care about experience. They're here to be in this ball game, and they are in this ball game.
Yeah, no points to show for it yet, but a positive offensive series. Got down the field, got into Cardinal territory, and then defensively rising up and forcing the Cardinal punt. Gorillas are staying in this thing.
Big thing they need to find a way to do is establish the run. Most of their yardage has come through the passing game with Brecken Cope. Cope is lined up with Matt Ham-Jones behind him in the pistol. They will fake the handoff, roll it out. He will hit his receiver. That is broken up. It was awfully close to being a catch and a fumble, but Brooks, they're going to say it's an incomplete pass. That is a good thing for Solomon.
Yeah, coming in on the play again, that's Cass Kramer yet again, getting the hat on the receiver as he caught it.
They were able to link that up once again to Cohen Duryea, who's been used at that tight end spot. He's also a guy that's taken carries in the backfield. 16-0 the lead here for Ell-Saline. 30 seconds to go here in quarter number 1. Cope set up in the pistol. 2 receivers up on the right-hand side. Tight end tucked in for some extra protection here on the near side. He will go on a little bubble screen. Catch made there, trying to make some men miss, and able to work his way near the sticks. It's a good catch and run for Carlos Duran. His second reception of the day. They say it's enough to move the chains for 10.
Yeah, Duran making it work with his legs. Nice bubble screen outside and picking it all up after the catch behind the line of scrimmage. Finds just enough for the first down to move the chains for the Gorillas.
So Solomon probably wanting to shorten this game a little bit here, although we'll see if they want to run a play in the last 10 seconds or if they want to let time work down. Looks like they do want to run something on first down and 10. And maybe just trying to catch Ell-Saline off sides. They cannot. And the first quarter comes to a close. 16-0, the lead for the home team. Ell-Saline leads the way over the Solomon Gorillas. Back with second quarter action when we come back. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you tonight by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
12 minutes on the clock, second quarter underway, an early 16-0 lead for the Ell-Saline Cardinals, but the Solomon Gorillas on the march, and 3 big passing plays, really injecting some life into this Solomon offense here, Brooks.
Yeah, they certainly are. Solomon just keeping the Cardinals on their toes with the play calling and finding some positive plays.
Twin back set for Brecken Cope. He'll take the snap, fakes it, wants to give. Now it's an option toss, and it's another big loss as they try to get Matt Ham-Jones rolling, but that has just not been there tonight. It's nothing against Matt Ham-Jones. He is a very capable back, but the last 4 times they've tried to run the ball to Matt Ham-Jones, Brooks, they've gone for 3 losses.
Yeah, Ham-Jones just has a whole flock of Cardinals right in his face as he gets the mesh in the backfield. There's been just too much pressure on those run plays designed to his favor.
Coverage of tonight's game brought to you by the good folks at AJ Honey Farms, Billings Group, Salina Septic Service, and Kelly Kitchener of Shelter Insurance. Second down and 15 following the loss of 5 here early on in quarter number 2. Brecken Cope, shotgun snap, rolling out under pressure. The ball deflected, almost caught there by the receiver. Boy, Seth Pekarik almost came in and scooped up the tip drill. Instead, it brings up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, breaking up that pass was none other than Reese Crone off the edge, getting his hand up and up on that football. Nearly had enough air under it, like you said, for Pekarik to get under it, but it'll fall short.
Boy, Ell-Saline, they have been close a couple of times to that second interception. They were able to pick off the quarterback Cope once already today. Cope lines it up, wants to fire it out. Catch is made. That's Carlos Duran, but it's shy of the sticks. And it brings up a 4th down and a decision to be made here for the Gorillas.
It's a positive 6 or 7 yard play there, Tyler. You wonder why Solomon doesn't go to it on first down to set up a 2nd and short. Trying to establish that run game, but just isn't quite there tonight.
Yeah, still trying to make sure they can get something rolling on the ground. Here they will line it up. Looks like they want to punt this away. Cass Kramer is back deep to return this for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. Awkward snap. Boy, almost got blocked there. Kramer is going to have to chase this back. He picks it up at the 15-yard line. Cass Kramer looking for space, trying to make some men miss. He has a burst of speed now into the second level. A flag does fly, but Cass Kramer is gone. Pending the laundry, it's going to be a 60-yard touchdown return for Cass Kramer. But we'll have to check the flag and see if this is coming back or if that touchdown is going to count.
Yeah, Kramer making men miss and showing how fun the 8-man football can be as he finds a crease and nothing but green grass between him and the end zone off of a nifty punt return.
Looks like this is coming back, though, whatever it is. They are motioning, and, yeah, they're walking everybody back. So, boy, the killer on that, too, Brooks, it's a spot foul, and, yeah, it's a hold against the Cardinals. So it's going to erase 60 yards and 6 points. An athletic play by Kramer, but they'll have to pick it up with the offense if they want to score here.
Yeah, huge self-inflicting wound for the Cardinals. Taking away 6 points on the play and backing your own offense up way in your own territory.
So far, Reese Crone, who comes out with the offense, has attempted just one pass. He is 1 for 1. And it was a big touchdown of 35 yards. It went to Trey Williams. 2-touchdown lead right now, 16-0 the advantage for homestanding Ell-Saline. Shotgun set here for Reese Crone, and we've got flags flying from all over the place. They're going to let the play go, though, so probably offside. Second pass of the day caught down the sideline, pushed out of bounds. It's Cass Kramer. If it's offsides, you take the yardage, and boy, Kramer trying to get some of those yards back.
Yeah, it looked like to me, Tyler, before the snap, illegal motion.
All right.
Yeah, and it will be. They had 2 men in motion on the play prior to the snap. They usually blow that dead before the play runs, since it is a offensive illegal procedure.
Well, and it's a player safety thing. You want to make sure that, you don't have guys out there running a play that can't count regardless, and then somebody gets hurt. So it's going to back them up 5 yards for Ell-Saline. That is only their second penalty of the day. But it brings up first down and 15 for Crone, who ducks under center. He is going to hand this off up the left side, up the middle. One more man left to beat. It's a safety, and Reese Crone Cass Kramer is going to do it again. Kramer takes it all the way to the house for a touchdown as he goes from the 10 to pay dirt. And it's a 3-score lead for Ell-Saline.
Yeah, Kramer puts his left cleat in the ground and makes the over-pursuing defense of Solomon pay for it, as there was no one on the cutback lane, and Kramer used that speed to find himself all the way over to the east end zone, as this field here in Brookville runs east-west here, Tyler.
It certainly does, and we got to check and see what the flag here is for. I believe it is after the play transpired, but yeah, there is a flag down at the 40.
Yeah, flag all the way back on Ell-Saline's side of the midfield 40-yard line.
Wonder if this might be something in the area of unsportsmanlike or maybe some extracurriculars going on.
Yeah, long discussion between the officials to make sure they get it straight.
Referee comes out to render the verdict here. He's walking over to ask Joe Roach, the head coach of the Ell-Saline Cardinals, I believe, whether he wants to accept the yardage, whatever it is, on the PAT attempt, or if he wants to take it on the kickoff. Joe Roach, by the way, double duty. He is also the athletic director here for Ell-Saline. It's one of those guys. You talk to a lot of area coaches, and obviously I will say we are very blessed with some great coaches in our area, but Joe Roach, among the best. You can tell just by talking to this guy how much he cares about his guys, and his guys are walking back, and I think they're taking that touchdown off the board, Brooks.
Yeah, I have no idea what this play could have happened. Now, take this with a grain of salt, even a block of salt for a horse, Tyler. We have headphones on, and we're up in the press box, folks, but if I had to guess on anything, I think that a whistle was blown during the play, and it made Solomon's defense kind of stop and pause.
Wow. So, yeah, they're going to wipe out the touchdown for Cass Kramer. Take it off the board, and it will be – so they're replaying the down here. It should be first down and 15. The guy on the chain gang in no hurry, by the way, to get his way – oh, now he's jogging. It's going to bring up first and 15 once again. They are going to empty the backfield. Here for Crone. He sends a man in motion, fakes the give, and another play blown dead before it can start. And it's a false start against the Cardinals. It's going backwards.
Very curious strain of laundry occurring here on the field tonight in Brookfield, Tyler. I don't know. Offsides, that happens, but the last one is extremely curious. And just kind of uncharacteristic penalty there by Ell-Saline.
Yeah, the Cardinals, well, and again, that's the other thing, too. They threw a flag on the touchdown getting pulled back, but whatever it was, it didn't cost them any yards. Now it's first down and 20, and Ell-Saline is going to have to get to Salina to pick up the first. They send a man in motion, fake it to him, take it up the middle. Instead, there is no space for Cass Kramer, who is going to be wiped out at the line of scrimmage, and it's now 2nd and 20.
Yeah, no one on Solomon bit on the motion man. All went to the dive, and dive man went down. Solomon kind of with some momentum here, Tyler, with a bit of curious penalties stacked up on Ell-Saline and some nice defensive standing.
Yeah, they really do. And honestly, I mean, they haven't really been tested too much through the air, as Crone has completed 2 passes, one for a touchdown, the other they got wiped out. Shotgun set for Crone. He does want to go to the air here. He's under a little pressure. Throws a pop pass down the sideline. It's incomplete. He was looking to link it up with Cass Kramer, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and 20, and Solomon's thinking about getting the ball back here in a 2-score ball game.
Yeah, trying to connect with Kramer there, but Carlos Duran in coverage forces him to the sideline and made Crone have to drop it in the bucket. Crone forces it out of bounds. And now Ell-Saline's kind of scratching their heads here deep in their own territory with 3rd and long.
And 2 parts of that play, Brooks, that are really good. The good coverage downfield to make sure nobody's wide open, but also a good job staying with the defensive assignments and keeping the pressure on Crone. He was not comfortable throwing that pass. See if they can find a way to pick this up on 3rd and 20. And they're going to get Solomon to jump offside. So there's some free yardage back. But it's still going to bring up a 3rd and 14 here for Ell-Saline. Does make it a little bit more manageable, though, and it takes a little bit of that momentum away from Solomon.
Yeah, that's a good play call there to give yourself a little bit of breathing room, have your quarterback in the pocket on the 5-yard line instead of the goal line.
So the nose of the football is set down here at the 10-yard line. They need to get this to the 25 to pick up the first. Shotgun set for Reese Crone. 2 receivers split out to the left-hand side. They do want to go to the air. Crone with time goes deep and overthrows his man. He was looking for Trey Williams. And it's 4th down and 14 and a long way to go here. And I think for the second time, we're going to see Ell-Saline punt this away.
Yeah, try to connect with Williams on the corner route and just overthrows him, bringing up another 4th down as Crone comes to the sideline, pleading to coach, wanting to run a play, but no, they're going to say, nope, Kramer, you get back there and punt it away. We're too deep in our own territory.
So Kramer to kick this deep. Carlos Duran, the athletic senior, first year playing football, is back to return it, and he will call for it, takes the catch here at the 39-yard line. And Duran is going to make a business decision. He runs it out at the 35. I will say it is a little bit disorienting here, Brooks, but of course in the 8-man game, the 40 is midfield. But setting up shop in Ell-Saline territory for the second time today now are the Solomon Gorillas.
Yeah, Duran liking what he's got and elects to go out of bounds and let his offense do the talking after another fantastic defensive series out of the Gorillas.
Solomon not far from making this a 1-score game, but they've got to find a way to punch this in. The Gorillas have scored this season. In their 4 losses, they've scored 5 touchdowns. Matt Ham-Jones takes the handoff, a burst of speed, and one tackle away from breaking off a touchdown. Matt Ham-Jones with a big gain of 10 on first down.
And you can kind of feel the snowball momentum start to build here for the Gorillas. A nice first down, big chunk play to start the series after a fantastic defensive rise.
Brecken Cope will set up shop here once again. It's a first down and 10. They've got it here at the 20-yard line. 8:27 to go. They trail 16-0. Fake the handoff. He is going to try to break this to the outside. There is nothing there. It's a huge loss. Ell-Saline comes in to make the tackle. They bring down Cope, who is limping a little bit. That's going to be something to keep an eye on here, Brooks, as Cope is a piece this team cannot afford to lose again.
Yeah, they certainly can't. Cope staying strong, though. Just looking back to his coach for the next play. He wanted to find Ham Jones there on the leak, but Jones is all covered up by Kramer in the back. He had to just kind of eat that sack as he had heavy pursuit from the Cardinal defense.
That was Colin Dent, the linebacker, who made the tackle. It brings up second down and a long way to go. Call it 16 here for Ell-Saline. Cope able to put a little more pressure on that leg. Looks to be okay. Two receivers to the right-hand side. They do want to go back to the air. Cope fires a pass near side. Catch made there at the 25-yard line. Durant trying to juke some defenders out. Boy, it's a nifty move. It's a lot of work, but it only picks up 5 yards. Carlos Duran, though, Brooks, that's his 4th catch of the day.
Yeah, Duran just looking really comfortable with the ball in his hands. Some nice routes. We've seen the fade ball down the sideline. We've seen some quick out routes. We've seen him catch it with the guy on him right there. This kid can play ball.
For a kid who's just picked up football here in his senior season, Carlos Duran has really impressed. I mean, again, he's a guy that is not done this. I mean, he comes in his senior year. We know what he's capable of on the basketball court, a multi-sport athlete, but he's had a huge impact. 5 catches in this contest for 50 yards.
Yep. Put the helmet on and ball, kid. You'll love to see it here
right.
in small-town sports.
See if they look to him here. 3rd down and 12 for Solomon. Duran lined up at the top of your screen. Pistol set here for Brecken Cope. They lose it, and Ell-Saline jumps on top. It's a fumble recovered by the Cardinals, and it was Victor Ruiz-Torres who jumps on it for Ell-Saline. Cardinals take it back with 6:28 to go, first half.
Yeah, center for Solomon, Matthias Boxa just put a little too much sauce on that snap. It hit Coop right in the gut. It's like he was, I don't know if it was a early snap, not quite in cadence with the play call, but nonetheless, it ends up in the hands of Ruiz-Torres, and Cardinals will take over.
I don't know what they were expecting. It was not that. And here comes Reese Crone looking to put his team up by 3 scores. They want to go to the air. He's got options. Uncorks a deep ball. It's incomplete. He was looking for Cass Kramer, and he had him streaking over the middle of the field, but just a little too much sauce on the pass, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Kramer was rolling right down the hash. He had Kramer on the hash. He also had Williams on the numbers. Went with Kramer, but put, like you said, too much heat on that, and Kramer couldn't quite get it into his fingertips.
Kramer so reliable. You saw him break off the huge catch earlier in this game. Tatum Williams is lined up to the very near side. Keep an eye on Kramer in the slot. They will send him in motion now. It is a give to Kramer here on the stretch play. Cass Kramer looking to get to the sideline, and he finds 5 yards to set up 3rd down and 5 here for the Cardinals.
Good stretch play from the Cardinal offense, trying to keep the Gorillas honest on all ends defensively. A good block sets up the edge and makes it 2nd and manageable.
It was a dominant start for Ell-Saline. They came out, they picked off the quarterback for Solomon. They punched in a touchdown, a 3-and-out, and then a big touchdown. I mean, immediately they were up 16-0. Since then, things have slowed down a little bit here for Ell-Saline. They will send a man in motion. Sweeping once again across the formation. Crone this time wants to keep it. Reese Crone's got a little space. He will stuff a defender. He is pushed out of bounds at the 40, but not before he picks up 7 yards and the 1st down.
Yeah, good vision there by Crone. Deciding to pull that and take it himself as he saw pressure on the left that would have blown up the handoff. Makes a man miss and picks up just enough to move the chains.
6 minutes and 10 seconds remaining before halftime. Remember, this is a rivalry that goes back a while. These two teams have shared an area. They're only separated by about 30 minutes, and they are facing off once again here as, boy, a man comes onto the field late here. That's Colin Dent for Ell-Saline. Shotgun set for Crone here on 1st and 10. It's a handoff to the outside. Now looking to break this off. It's Kramer. He's got the edge. Kramer, one man to beat, and Cass Kramer is gone. It's a 40-yard touchdown run for Cass Kramer, and the Cardinals take the 3-score lead.
Yeah, Kramer finds the edge and hits the afterburners, and nobody can catch him because he can't get that angle on the speedy Kramer as he takes it to the house for another Ell-Saline touchdown.
Cass Kramer had the punt return touchdown called back earlier. That one will count. And another 2-point conversion lined up here by Ell-Saline. So far, the Cardinals are 2 for 2 on 2-point conversions. They go back to the I formation. Crone takes the snap, handoff up the middle, barreling ahead, and into the end zone is Melvin Lutz. And it's a 24-0 lead here for Ell-Saline. We'll step away. Back when we return, it's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Joe Guillory of L&L Advisors.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
Welcome back in here to Brookville, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside Brooks Garrettson. A 24-0 lead as we bring you this one from the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Brookville, Kansas. And once again, the Cardinals will kick this away, this time with 6:02 remaining. This is kind of a knuckleball of a kick. It'll be picked up here at the 10-yard line and immediately dropped as Matt Ham-Jones at the 16-yard line. It's a big hit delivered there by Tayton Williams on special teams, and that's where Solomon will put the offense back onto the field. Solomon has shown some promise, Brooks. They still just need to find a way to string it all together into a drive that results in points here.
Yeah, they really have good positive things happening on both sides of the ball. First, Solomon, despite down 24-0 to Ell-Saline, just need to get things rolling. You can find, but like you said, 8-man, you can score in a flash. One deep ball to Duray or anyone could be positive.
A lot of the success has come through the air here for the Gorillas. They do want to hand this off on first down and pushing the pile forward. Boy, met there at the line by Brandon Gossman, who is still pushing the pile. Solomon is going to pick up 8 yards. 6 of them came after the catch. That's a huge effort there for the offensive line.
Yeah, Gorillas pushing back as they just deny to go down on first contact. Good pickup there, and it shows that Solomon's here to play.
That is the 10th carry of the day for Matt Ham-Jones. They're starting to get that run game established. It brings up 2nd and 2 following the gain of 8. Two-back set here once again for Brecken Cope. He'll take the snap. It's a handoff here, looking to dart up the middle, and finding enough for the first down is Cohen Duryea. And that will be, like I said, enough to move the chains.
Yeah, Duryea just continuing to be a key point to this Gorilla team. Nice pickup there, able to pick up and move the chains.
5:10 remaining here in the first half. Solomon looking to strike back. Again, they got off to a really slow start. Since then, they've picked it up, and they've picked it up well. Duryea and Matt Ham-Jones are the two backs keeping Brecken Cope company in that shotgun set. 6 on the line. They'll go ahead and rush 4 here as trying to go back to the ground. This time there is no space to be found. Ell-Saline is right there to bottle up Matt Ham-Jones. And it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, the run defense of Ell-Saline just continues to have a overpowering presence on Solomon's offensive line. Just streaking through and making plays happen before they can get some positive yards.
Solomon has gone to the air a good amount tonight. Brecken Cope is 6 for 11 Always got to be aware, of course, at the top of your screen of Carlos Duran. More traditional pistol set. They want to go to the air here. Looking Duran's way. It's incomplete. Good coverage that time for Cass Kramer, who's stuck with him pretty well for the most part tonight, Brooks.
Yeah, he certainly has, making it tough on Duran. Duran trying to run that deep in route just past the chains. Puts his left cleat in the ground and tries to get open over the middle, but lurking in the shadows is Kramer. Another good breakup.
I think we've also seen Cope put a little more heat behind his passes after that first kind of lollipop pass that got picked off. Since then, he has tightened the spiral, and he's looked a lot better here in the late part of the first quarter, early second quarter. Got to pick this up on 3rd and 10. Cope immediately flushed out of the pocket. He does have a receiver, but out of bounds there on the far side is Carlos Duran. Is good for a gain of 8 for the 5th catch of the day for Duran, but another decision to be made here. We'll see if they want to punt this away or if they want to keep the offense on the field and risk turning it over in their own territory.
Yeah, Duran, nice catch there on the sideline, but right there in his hip pocket is Cass Kramer yet again, pushed him out of bounds and forcing up a 4th down look.
I feel like first-year head coach Devin Rizzo, who, by the way, has been with this team for a long time. He's a 4-year assistant before taking the head job here at Solomon, and I get the feeling he's going to go for this here, and I like the call. You got to keep the foot on the gas right now. You got to find a way to score before halftime. Even if you turn it over, you also don't want to punt it away to Cass Kramer. So here it is, 4th down and 3 for Brecken Cope and company. Matt Ham-Jones and Cohen Duryea behind him, and a flag from the back judge. And hey, you wonder if that might be delay of game here. And yeah, it is. That's a killer.
Yeah, Solomon trying to make Ell-Saline jump. Oh, but before the play, they'll say that Solomon did get the timeout called.
Okay, so with the timeout for Solomon, we'll step away as well. Back with more Game of the Week when we return. It's brought to you tonight by Joe Guillory of L&L Advisors.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the Heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer.
Summer travel can damage and destroy your tire. Commercial Tire Centers encourages you to check for proper inflation. Underinflation or overinflation, along with the extreme Kansas heat, can cause a blowout, damage to your vehicle, and even cause accidents. Make sure your passenger car, truck, RV, and trailer tires are all ready to hit the road when you visit Commercial Tire. We'll even check your spare tire. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
Welcome back in here on the campus of Ell-Saline High School. Tyler Henry, Brooks Garrettson, and a 24-0 lead for homestanding Ell-Saline. Trying to pick this up on 4th down and 4. It's a handoff up the middle. It is not enough. Matt Ham-Jones brought down shy of the sticks. And Ell-Saline with a chance to score one more time here before the halftime break, Brooks.
Yeah, nice defensive play to make a turnover on downs for the Cardinals there. Solomon, again, on the crisp of getting that momentum rolling and getting, keeping things going positively, but it'll be shut down by the Cardinal defense. And here they are back in guerrilla territory.
Empty backfield for Reese Crone. Wonder if they might want to test him through the air. They do. Crone will fire this out. It's incomplete, right through the hands of Tatum Williams. And another incompletion sets up a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, Tatum Williams just setting up with a quick hitch route. A little bit of a high pass, but very catchable throw from Reese Crone. Will fall incomplete.
I think the best ball we've seen from Crone tonight was that quick hit on the sideline that ended up getting called back for the penalty. Matter of fact, a couple of big plays wiped out by penalties tonight for Ell-Saline, including a massive return for a touchdown and a massive pass for a touchdown. Crone here on 2nd and 10. Pitch to the outside. Good carry up to the 30. A gain of 5 for Melvin Lutz. And taking a chunk off of it here are the Cardinals.
Better pursuit from Solomon there. But again, Lutz has not quite as much speed as Kramer. Both fast cats for the Cardinals. but a good defensive shutdown there on the edge from Solomon.
3rd down and 5. 2 backs keeping Crone company. It's Melvin Lutz to the left. It's Cass Kramer to the right. Solomon jumps off sides a bit. Here's the handoff on the outside. That's Lutz. He's got space. He's got the sideline. Following his blockers, steps up. Now a stiff arm he puts on at the 5. It's a huge gain all the way down to the 7-yard line for Melvin Lutz, who takes that ball 30 yards.
Yeah, Melvin Lutz, I think he heard me up there saying Kramer had another step on him. He hits the gas in the afterburners down the sideline and puts the Cardinals in 1st and goal territory.
Yeah, Ell-Saline, this is where they do some of their best work. You got to deal with the bruising ability of Lutz, you got to deal with the speed of Kramer, and you got to deal with the arm and bruising ability of Reese Crone. 1st and goal. It's a handoff left side, trying to beat the men to the edge, and there he goes. Once again, Cass Kramer is in for his 2nd score of the day, and the Cardinals up big with 3:30 to go first half.
Yeah, Kramer just finding the edge yet again and waltzes into the end zone to put the Cardinals up 30-0 on the Gorillas.
Cass Kramer has each of the last 2 touchdown runs for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. They will line it up here to go for 2 once again. Kramer is the lone back behind Crone here, who will send a man in motion, looking to shake that defense loose. Here is the give up the middle, and they did not get it. They give it to Kramer up the gut. Kramer can't find it, but 30-0 is our score with 3:30 to go first half. Back with more when we return. It's our game of the week. It's presented tonight by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Welcome back into the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Brookville, Kansas. Tyler Henry, Brooks Garrettson, and a 30-0 lead for the homestanding Ell-Saline Cardinals, who will kick this away once again. They have really dominated from start to halftime here, and still time for Solomon to try to get something rolling as they will let this go back for another touchback. They'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. That's where the drive starts. The one thing you really don't want to do here, Brooks, is give Ell-Saline a chance to put their offense back on the field. Remember, Ell-Saline won the coin toss. They deferred to the second half, so they will start with the football in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, they certainly will. And not to mention the looming run rule, or not run rule, but scoreboard factor. I'm not sure. What's the...
I think it's just a mercy rule.
Mercy rule?
Perhaps,
yeah, whatever terminology you like to call it.
Call it the 45 here in 8-man. You get to 45 from halftime and beyond. The game is over automatically. Solomon looking to gain a little more space away from that as they hand this off to Matt Ham-Jones on 1st down, and just not a lot to work with. Matt Ham-Jones gets maybe a yard. And that is Ham-Jones' 13th carry of the day. He has been the bell cow guy for this team.
Yeah, Ham-Jones having to fight for all of it there. As again, Ell-Saline's defensive line just showing that physical presence up front and making it tough on Solomon to get some push.
2nd and 9 here for Solomon. Don't forget, coming up at the halftime break, we'll take a look at our Bennington State Bank scoreboard and get you updates from around this north central Kansas. Pistol set once again for Cope. It's another handoff once again to Matt Ham-Jones, who tumbles ahead to the 30-yard line, to the 20-yard line after a gain of 3.
Yeah, Ham-Jones making a man miss there in the backfield. Gets caught up with a shoelace tackle. And it's another 3rd and long situation. Well, not too long, but again, third, and you got to get it.
Against this Ell-Saline defense, Brooks, everything feels like 3rd and long.
Yeah, it really does. But like we mentioned, Solomon, not wanting to back down. I'm sure we're in 2-down territory here.
Carlos Duran at the top of your screen. He's been the go-to target on these 3rd down plays. We'll see if they go to the air. Cope, the southpaw, is going to have it batted up in the air. It's almost intercepted. A big bear paw on the ball by Melvin Lutz, who tried to run it down and get to it. Boy, he would have taken that the other way for 6. Instead, it's 4th and 6.
Yeah, Lutz rising up and getting all 5 digits on that football. And a perfect pop-up. It was almost like he set it like a volleyball player to himself, but it'll fall to the turf here in Brookville before he can get to it.
1:59 left to go. Clock stops on the incompletion for Brecken Cope. Got to pick this up, and instead they are going to punt this away. They're going to take their chances with Cass Kramer. Kramer ran one back that didn't count for a penalty earlier. He fields this at the 25-yard line. Kramer with electric speed, breaks one tackle, now to the sideline. There it is. Cass Kramer hits the afterburners and takes it all the way to the house. It's another touchdown for Kramer. Give him the hat trick. And he took that one in from 55 yards away.
Yeah, Kramer just makes a couple man miss, finds the sideline, and finds the end zone. The speedy Cardinal junior Cass Kramer just making man miss and making all the people of Ell-Saline cheer with joy here in Brookville.
Chance to take a 38-point lead. They will line up Reese Crone in the shotgun. Melvin Lutz tucked in his right hip pocket. Takes the snap, wants to go to the air, throws it out. The catch is made. Did he get his feet in? He did. That is an athletic play made there by Colin Dent, who reels it in, and it is, in fact, a 38-0 lead for the Ell-Saline Cardinals with 1:45 to go here in the opening half. Back with more when we return. You're catching the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you tonight by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors.
Your next visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
Welcome back inside the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Tyler Henry joined by Brooks Garrettson. Ell-Saline ready to kick this away with a 38-0 lead. Before we go any further, want to say a special thank you to a couple of our good friends at Commercial Tire Center, Smart Insurance, Vernon Jewelers, and Salina Regional Health Center's HR Careers. Also to the good folks at APAC Shears, Sage Products, Salina Payne Clinic, Equity Bank, and the Bennington State Bank. As this is kicked away, and it's going to pop up. It's fielded by Matt Ham-Jones back at his own 3-yard line. He is brought down at the 15. Brooks, of course, all the folks that came out here to Brookville enjoyed a fantastic pregame meal, and, of course, the pregame tailgate put on by the good folks at the Bennington State Bank.
Yeah, had some fantastic pulled pork sandwiches out here in Brookville, and everyone had a good time right before kickoff.
So the 15-yard line is where Solomon will set up shop here. Still just blown away by the video board. It is great stuff here in Brookville, Kansas.
Yeah, these small 8-man schools got some better setup than some small colleges here in the state. You just love to see it for the community. It's an awesome feature.
Well, I'll tell you, the stands are packed here in Brookville. This community always shows out for their Ell-Saline Cardinals. Another snap that's dropped, and then it's kicked. It's scooped up by Matt Ham-Jones, who will find his way ahead. Boy, you talk about lucking into a 1-yard gain. That ball got dropped and then kicked, and they're fortunate that Ell-Saline didn't dive on it.
Yeah, Ham-Jones just being Johnny on the spot there. Good pickup for what would have been a turnover. Excellent play by Matt Ham-Jones. He hasn't had the greatest game tonight, Tyler. He's had a lot of trouble, but he just continues to chip away at the rock. He had a weird bounce there on that kickoff as well, but nonetheless, he gets up every time, and he's willing to put in the work and continue to do the best for his team.
Well, and this is a backfield that's going to be around for a long time, Brooks. Matt Ham-Jones, Cohen Duryea, Brecken Cope, they're all sophomores. Got a couple of sophomores in the receiving core as well. Pistol set here for Brecken Cope. He'll take the snap. It is another handoff, trying to duck to the inside. That's Matt Ham-Jones. He is down. No gain on the play. And it brings up 3rd down and 9.
Yeah, it's a great thing to mention here, Tyler. This Solomon team is so young, and although the score might be steep, these guys are getting better with every game they're playing this year, and they're just going to continue to grow that chemistry with each other and turn into a good ball club here in a few years.
Yeah, only 2 seniors. By the way, Reese Crone turned around. He was motioning for his coach to call a timeout. He said, hey, give us a chance to go win this thing before halftime. But you see Joe Roach, the ultimate sportsman. He looks at his quarterback and he shakes his head and he says, no dice. So the clock will continue to run here. Solomon can run one more play, although I don't think they want to, and they will not. We reach the halftime break. Ell-Saline leads it, and they lead it big. Your score here at the intermission: Cardinals 38, Gorillas nothing. We'll step away. When we come back, the halftime show begins here on the Salina Post Sports Game of the Week. It's brought to you tonight by Joe Guillory of L&L Advisors.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at Southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting Ell-Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialists. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
At Vernon Jewelers, we are celebrating 140 years of our family serving yours, serving you with the best in prices, quality, and the service to back it up. You can trust us for your unique custom pieces and any repair you may need. And just because we've been around for 140 years doesn't mean we are old and out of touch. It just means we're really good at what we do. Now is the time to shop for the holiday. Come see us in downtown Salina and look for the iconic Vernon Jewelers sign on Santa Fe, here for you since 1884.
Summer travel can damage and destroy your tires. Commercial Tire Centers encourages you to check for proper inflation. Underinflation or overinflation, along with the extreme Kansas heat, can cause a blowout, damage to your vehicle, and even cause accidents. Make sure your passenger car, truck, RV, and trailer tires are all ready to hit the road when you visit Commercial Tire. We'll even check your spare tire. Commercial Tire Centers, West Crawford and North 9th in Salina.
Commercial Tire Centers, where service is everything.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
APAC Kansas Incorporated has been building the heartland from the ground up for over a century. From the supply of aggregate materials, hot mix asphalt, and concrete to the construction of roads and bridges, we do it all. You've seen our trucks, and now we want to hire you. APAC in Salina is growing, and we are hiring for all positions. From truck drivers to mechanics, general laborers, and construction, APAC has your next career. For more details, visit the job links page at salinapost.com. Great pay and benefits, APAC is an equal opportunity employer. The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
Insurance is something we all need in our business, home, car, and life. But do you really understand what's covered? And most importantly, what you are paying for? Hi, this is Rob Carlson in the Salina office of Smart Insurance. Change is good, especially if you haven't looked at your insurance policy lately. I can help you understand what you need and where the gaps are in your coverage. We provide free quotes and take pride in looking out for you. Smart Insurance, with locations in Salina, Abilene, and Harrington. Give us a call today.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialists will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Sage is your go-to source for industrial strength cleaning products, ice melt, floor equipment, paper, asphalt, and just about everything in between. Whether you're a maintenance supervisor, a small business, or just wanting your home to look amazing, stop by 732 North 9th Street in Salina, where we will be happy to assist you. You can also visit us at sageselects.com or call us at 309-1919. Sage Products, the right call every time.
When there is wastewater backing up into your home, time is crucial. Hours are precious to minimize the mess and damage. That is where Salina Septic Service looks out for you with direct access to their dispatch board, so you can schedule the first available appointment, upload pictures and description of your problem on the Salina Septic Service website, and secure your appointment 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Money-saving specials now and information on worry-free service plans when you visit salinasepticservice.com.
Your next.
Welcome back in here to Brookville, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside Brooks Garrettson, live from the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Brookville, Kansas. And again, today's game brought to you by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors. Brooks, it's time now for us to take a look at our Bennington State Bank scoreboard. And really, I think most of these games have gone about the way that we expected. I wouldn't really say there are any shockers necessarily on the scoreboard, but let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got. Valley Heights leads Bennington 27-0 at the half, and unless otherwise indicated, these will all be halftime scores. Valley Center is up just 7-0. They do lead Salina South, but Brooks, that could be really big for a Cougar team that's been looking for a big win. They're kind of lurking in the shadows right now with Valley Center.
Yeah, Salina South, a talented young team in a very, very competitive division. Again, they play in the upper half of that division because of the numbers that Salina South just has a few more enrolled than Salina Central. So they run through the gauntlet, but hanging in there with a talented Valley Center team, only 7-0 at half.
Yeah, that ABCTL1 is no joke. Halstead is up 21-7 on Minneapolis, and speaking of the NCAA, Beloit, this is maybe the biggest, I wouldn't say shock, but this is the score to watch here, Brooks. Beloit is up 7-0 on Norton. When you look at that district, you look at the way that shakes out, the teams to really watch in that were Norton and Southeast of Saline. Southeast of Saline beat Beloit by 30+. Beloit's got a lead on Norton. If SES can take the top spot there, they could potentially have home field advantage all the way to the state title game if they can find a way to continue winning the way they have.
A couple contingencies on that point, but nonetheless very valid and interesting for that Norton-Beloit game. Norton just hanging around there.
Well, and sticking with the NCAA, this might be the only actual shocker. Hillsboro with a 6-0 lead on Ellsworth. That's a 4-0 Ellsworth team taking on 2-2 Hillsboro, and the Trojans hold the lead there. Speaking of Trojans that hold the lead, southeast of Salina is just putting another walloping on the poor Lions of Lions. 52-0 is the score at halftime. Remember, they beat them 94-0 and 56-0 in back-to-back years. Southeast leads 52-0 on the Lions. That game at the intermission. Sedgwick has a 27-0 lead on Sacred Heart. Marysville only leads Abilene 14-7. Brooks, that's another one. That's an Abilene team that came out. They got embarrassed by Clay Center. They got embarrassed by Rock Creek. Marysville beat Wamego 2 weeks ago, and all of a sudden you're talking about Abilene looking to pull the upset.
Yeah, Abilene not shying away from a talented Marysville team and sticking around and wanting to, turn the season around.
Elsewhere, Salina Central leads Newton 14-0, the final at the end of the first quarter, and Concordia, who came in 0-4, they take a big 22-6 lead over the Fighting Irish of Chapman. Here, it's another big lead. It's Ell-Saline in the driver's seat at home for homecoming, 38-0. They've got the advantage on Solomon. We'll step away, but when we come back, it's first half stats, a quick recap, and right back into the second half action. You're watching the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you tonight by Joe Guillory of L&L Advisors.
Visit to the doctor for an upcoming procedure or surgery should start with a conversation about Salina Surgical Hospital. Hi, this is Geraldine Diedrich, and we are truly committed to fostering your health and well-being. From outpatient procedures to inpatient stays, you will feel the difference in our excellent care and compassion. Talk to your doctor about scheduling your next procedure at Salina Surgical Hospital. Your surgical experience is our specialty. Salina Surgical Hospital is partially owned by a group of local, community-involved physicians.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
Congratulations, you're having a little girl.
At that moment, everything changed. Our hopes and dreams for ourselves were instantly replaced by our hopes and dreams for her. We got life insurance policies from Shelter Insurance, so that regardless of what life throws at us, we'll still be able to provide the world to her.
Shelter Life Insurance Company, Columbia, Missouri.
Hey, Salina, come see us at the Kelly Kitchener Agency near the intersection of Cloud and Ohio. We want to be your Salina, Kansas insurance agent.
Close your eyes. Now, imagine yourself cheering from the bleachers at Salina South. Feel the pride of donning the colors of Salina Central. Picture the spirit of being part of the Sacred Heart community, or the camaraderie at southeast of Saline. Envision the thrill of supporting Ell-Saline or Bennington. Visualize the unity in rallying for Minneapolis High. Now, open your eyes and see yourself in team apparel from Messenger Total Promotions. Visit them in person in downtown Salina.
Are you looking for a professional change? Salina Regional Health Center has immediate openings with our financial and revenue cycle departments. We are seeking highly motivated professionals for the following key positions: Registrar, Certified Professional Coder, Health Information Management Associate, Financial Counselors, and Medical Billing Specialists. These full-time roles offer competitive salaries, comprehensive benefits, and in many cases, flexible scheduling with generous time-off policies. At Salina Regional Health Center, we foster a collaborative and supportive team environment. Interested candidates are invited to apply directly through our website at srhc.com. For further inquiries about these opportunities and others, please contact me, Tess Madro, in Human Resources at 785-452-7026. Salina Regional Health Center, taking care of you so you can care for others. It's the Salina Regional Health Center way.
At Vernon Jewelers, we have 140 things to celebrate, like 140 years of our family serving you and your family. In honor of our 140th anniversary in downtown Salina, we are offering 20% off everything store-wide, plus a bonus. At time of purchase, select a bonus bubble and you could save an additional 10 to 20, even 30% off, up to 50% off your purchase. Excludes repair and loose diamonds. Sell in September 21st. Vernon Jewelers celebrating 140 years in downtown Salina.
Life is better with American Family Insurance because our agents provide specialized local expertise to help you get the right coverage at the right price. We understand that farming and ranching is at the heart of what you do, and we want to help protect what you've worked so hard for. Let's build the policy your farm and ranch deserves.
Contact Scott Osherman, agent at Scott Osherman Agency, Inc. at 785-392-3111 today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
And now back to more football action with your Game of the Week, presented by Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.
Welcome back in here to the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Brookville, Kansas. Tyler Henry, Brooks Garrettson, as we get you ready for second half action. Let's remind you how we got to this point in the game. Solomon took the opening kickoff, so again, Ell-Saline deferred. They'll take the opening kick to start the second half. It was an interception by Brandon Gospiner that set up a 2-yard touchdown run for Reese Crone, put Ell-Saline up 8-0. A quick 3-and-out then turned from a Crone to Williams connection from 35 yards out to put them up 16-0. And then some odd things started happening, Brooks. We had a kickoff return for a touchdown that didn't count because of a penalty. We also had a 70-yard Cass Kramer touchdown run that didn't count because of a penalty. They back all that up, a couple of fumbles, an exchange of turnovers here and there, but Ell-Saline got back on track near the end of the half. A 40-yard touchdown run for Cass Kramer, an 8-yard touchdown run for Cass Kramer, and a 55-yard punt return for a touchdown, all done by Cass Kramer, who's found his way in the end zone 5 times today, but due to penalties, Brooks, he only has the hat trick.
Yeah, it's been an interesting first half, and Solomon rising up and hanging around, making Ell-Saline have to fight for it. Ell-Saline with some strong answers and some athletic, electric plays out of Cass Kramer. But unfortunately for Ell-Saline, a few of those would be wiped away, leaving the Gorillas hanging around to stick in it. It's a tall slate, though, for the Gorillas, as we'll start this period with an Ell-Saline lead of 38-0.
Yeah, a long way to climb. And also, as you mentioned before, the mercy rule looming, it is 45. So for Ell-Saline, it's a pretty simple proposition here on homecoming night. You get the victory, or you get a touchdown, you get the victory, you walk it off, and you call it a day. And the only thing that I will say about that is this. If I'm Solomon, I'm not putting that ball on the same continent as Cass Kramer. You kick that away from him, I would imagine Kramer's got to be licking his chops thinking about picking up another touchdown to put this game on ice.
Yeah, don't go touching outlets that are hot. Kramer, with just all the electricity in the world, don't want to have the ball in his hands if you're Solomon here to start this half.
Well, we took a look at the Bennington State Bank scoreboard. We got you a look at your first half scoring, and the all-leader among yard getters today, no surprise here, it's Cass Kramer, who also has those 3 touchdowns for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. We'll step away one last time, but when we return, it is the second half between Solomon and Ell-Saline, homecoming in Brookville. That coming your way next. It's the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week. It's brought to you by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors.
Your mailbox is stuffed full and the phone keeps ringing. There are even strangers knocking at your door. Open enrollment time for Medicare and prescription drug plans is here, and it brings all kinds of unsolicited activity. Call a local firm with people you know at L&L Advisors. Plans can change pretty drastically year to year, and the agents at L&L Advisors are happy to answer your questions, give advice, and make you feel at ease. With 2 locations in Salina on Road Street and Central Mall, and on South Main and McPherson. Built on honesty and trust, call L&L Advisors today.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Be sure to check out their salves. Salves is a powerful blend of nature's best ingredients. Beeswax, crafted with care to soothe and nourish your dry skin, minor cuts, and burns. And for dry lips, try out their Happy Bee Balm. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey Farms at 901 North 9th Street. More than just a honey store.
The Bennington State Bank proudly supports local sports and wants each student to know that their hard work and talent is noticed and appreciated. At Bennington State Bank, they care about local communities and are committed to fostering long-term relationships through the delivery of excellent customer service, integrity, and fairness. From helping local businesses to supporting community youth and nonprofits to helping you purchase your dream home or invest in your future, Bennington State Bank is here to help. Give them a call to experience exceptional banking with hometown service. Bennington State Bank, your trusted hometown bank. Member FDIC.
We spend 1/3 of our lives working to build our wealth. With over 50 years of combined experience, Billings Group wants to be there to help manage yours. If you're planning for retirement or looking for financial coaching, then come see us on Westchester Drive, east of the YMCA, or visit our website at billingsgroup.com. Securities offered by registered representatives through Private Client Services, member FINRA, SIPC. Advisory products and services offered by investment advisory representatives through RFG Advisory, a registered investment advisor. RFG Advisory, Billings Group, and Private Client Services are unaffiliated entities.
When does normal acute pain become abnormal chronic pain? Chronic pain can be one of two types, nociceptive and neuropathic. Each type differs based on what causes it, what it feels like, and what treatments may relieve it. Neuropathic pain can often be managed by a therapy called neurostimulation or spinal cord stimulation. If you suffer from chronic pain, ask your primary care physician for a referral to the Salina Pain Clinic. Our pain specialist will discuss the right options to manage your pain. Online at salinapainclinic.org.
Welcome back inside the Equity Bank broadcast booth. Tyler Henry, Brooks Garrettson, just about ready for second half action here on homecoming night. Before we go any further, though, did want to throw a shout out to Melvin Lutz, who was named homecoming king just a moment ago. I'm sure he'd love a touchdown here to add to the hardware there, but one way or another, everybody has been clicking here for Ell-Saline, and the Cardinals going to be looking to put this game away.
Yeah, Lutz with the crown here at the halftime homecoming ceremony at Ell-Saline. As we get ready to set off the third quarter of play here in Brookville of this 8-man matchup.
There's a little whispering right now going on between Cass Kramer and Lucas Correa, who are both back deep to return. You wonder if they might try a little something tricky to get the ball in Cass Kramer's hands. If I'm Matt Ham-Jones, and I know I said this before the break, I'm not putting this ball anywhere near Cass Kramer. With the kind of speed he's shown, with the damage he's done, you just can't take that risk.
Yeah, it's something that Solomon, I'm sure, is aware of and discussed at halftime. As we have
I'm not sure what's going on
here. A little discussion between the officials.
Everybody was ready to go. Ell-Saline put the return team on the field. Solomon put the kick team on the field. They were ready to go, but yeah, we have a stoppage here. I'm not sure what exactly it's for. The chain gang is trying to get something set up there on the sideline. I mean, one way or another, guys are out there getting ready. And let's remind you of the situation for Ell-Saline here. They are one score away from ending this game. You got to get to 45 to invoke the mercy rule. And the interesting thing here, because they missed one of their two-point conversions, they actually would have to either kick a PAT or knock through a two-point conversion, because you're sitting at 38. A touchdown worth 6 gets you to 44, one shy of the mercy rule.
Yeah, I'll have to get across the goal line and punch it in for at least one or two there to seal the ball game for the homestanding Cardinals.
Still not sure what this delay is for. The white hat official walked over. He's now talking to the members of the chain gang who don't appear to be untangling the chains anymore. So whatever is going on, they've got things relatively sorted out. Could have also just been a standard break in the action, Brooks, as
yeah,
I mean, both teams might have come out prematurely.
Yeah, that's what I would have to guess. I think that they had the clock set a little longer for the homecoming ceremony during halftime, and then both teams not really needing much longer in the locker room, came on out ready for the ball game. And then after the halftime, they always reset the clock to 3 minutes. So you have the 10-minute break, then you have the 3-minute what they call warm-up break. Every team was ready within the halftime break, so they didn't get that warm-up break, but they have to let it wind out by rule.
All right. Well, if you're looking for another great football game tomorrow, join us on KINA at 1 p.m. as the Kansas Wesleyan Coyotes will travel to McPherson to take on the Bulldogs. Pregame coverage at noon. Brooks and I will be there. Again, kickoff at 1 p.m. So, ready to get the second half underway. Ell-Saline's return team on the field. They've got good options to return this, no matter who picks it up. But the guy to watch wearing number 23 at the near side of your screen is Cass Kramer. Kramer with 3 official touchdowns today. Unofficially, he's had 5 because 2 of his touchdowns were called back due to penalties. Matt Ham-Jones puts one hand in the air. Kramer switches sides with Correa, and they kick to the side that Correa was on. So the trickery works. It gets the ball to Kramer, who's patiently waiting, spins off of a tackler, now darts to the outside, cannot keep his footing underneath of him. That was a heads-up move because as soon as Solomon went to kick that ball, Cass Kramer and Lucas Correa switched sides. They got what they wanted. It almost worked.
Yeah, they certainly did, and I love the trickery there by Kramer, flipping to the other side as Matt Ham-Jones was looking at the football to kick it. But a great open field tackle there by Mathis Miller.
Offense on the field here for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. They lead it 38-0. Single setback, lined up directly behind. They will give it to him. There's Kramer off to the right side. Picks up another block, gets his way all the way to the 35. It's a huge gain of 20 for Cass Kramer on 1st and 10.
Yeah, Kramer just using that speed. Finally tracked down by Seth Pekarik. Nice tackle to reel in what would have been another streaking long touchdown run by Cass Kramer.
That's how Kramer housed one earlier in this game on that little jet sweep end around. This time, Kramer lines up directly behind. Actually, I believe that is Melvin Lutz lined up in the pistol. See where Kramer wants to go this time around. They will give this to Lutz. Looking to go left side. He'll pick up 5. That's a good carry there for Melvin Lutz, his 6th of the day. Set up 2nd and 5.
Yeah, that's about as close to 11-man football as you'll see there. Just a nice power run on the inside. Following his guard and tight end there. Good run to set up 2nd and manageable.
2nd down and 5. Once again, Melvin Lutz lined up in the left hip pocket of Reese Crone. Man to the near side is Lucas Correa. They want to go quarterback run here. Solomon, though, they're ready for it. They stand up Crone for a loss of 1. And a huge stop for the rested Solomon defense.
Yeah, fantastic play there by Andrew Gray and Junior Gonzalez for Solomon. Rising up and denying that quarterback run there.
Sets up a 3rd down and 4. As once again, the shotgun look here for Ell-Saline. Melvin Lutz lined up to the right here of Reese Crone. Crone fires it out. Catch is made there. A good juke move to spring himself open. That's Lucas Correa, who's tackled at the 20, but not before he picks up a gain of 10 on his first catch of the day.
Yeah, Correa making a man miss and moving the chains. Nifty move after the catch. But good pursuit by Solomon to keep it within reach.
And it doesn't feel like it, but that's just the 2nd completion of the day. On just 5 attempts for Reese Crone, they have really hammered the ground game so far tonight. We'll see if they do that again with Melvin Lutz lined up sidecar right. Once again, Crone sends a man in motion. He will fake the give to the motion man. It's a handoff to Lutz, who spins off of 2 tacklers before he's dropped at the 10, but not before he finds 10 more yards. And Melvin Lutz has Ell-Saline on the cusp of a crucial potential game-winning touchdown if they can punch in the 2-point conversion.
Yeah, and the homecoming queen, Lutz, puts the Cardinals in 1st and goal territory.
Good chance for the Cardinals, who have been rushing all the way tonight. Again, only 5 passing attempts. It's all they need. They lead 38-0. I formation look. Keep an eye on Cass Kramer. He is the tailback, and they will keep now an option toss. That goes to Kramer. Kramer to the pylon. Touchdown, Cardinals. Ell-Saline, no. They call him a yard short. Boy, he dove his way. He put the hand over, knocked down the pylon. I don't know where you call him out there, Brooks, but they're going to say he's just short. It's only a gain of 9 for Kramer.
Yeah, curious play call there by the line judge on the sideline. Kramer diving out and putting the football over the pylon. I guess they'll say his knee dragged before the ball crossed the plane. It'll be 2nd and short at the goal line.
And for the 3rd time today, Cass Kramer probably feels like he should have had a touchdown that won't count. So Kramer will line it up. They will go in the same formation. Back in the eye goes Reese Crone. He's got Melvin Lutz lined up directly behind him. Kramer lined up behind that. They will fake the give. They do want to go here to the air. They've got a wide open receiver, and it's a touchdown for Trey Williams. His 2nd of the day, and a huge score as they are able to link it up on the left side of the formation. And the Ell-Saline Cardinals a 2-point conversion away from walking this game off.
Yeah, Ell-Saline just going to all the tricks in their bag here and just staying comfortable in the offense. Nice triple option that got him to the 2-yard line, then going to the rollout pass to Williams.
And they're actually going to try to kick this through. This is the first PAT we've seen of the day. It's Lucas Correa for the win, and he got it. Ell-Saline, perfection here on homecoming night. And the Cardinals walk off the Solomon Gorillas. No, they're calling a false start. Ha! Oh, my goodness.
It wasn't going to end that easy, folks.
You have got to be kidding. They're going to back him up. Oh, boy.
Yeah, it'll be a 5-yard penalty. They'll have to retry the point after from the 8-yard line.
They're still going to try to kick it. To be fair, Correa's kick would have been good from this distance or more, but now if you're Solomon, you're trying to think about causing some chaos and trying to give your team a chance. It's a PAT from 25 yards away for the homecoming win, and he just tucks it inside the left upright. Cass Kramer delivers his team the win here on homecoming night, and it's a 45-0 rout for the Ell-Saline Cardinals over the Solomon Gorillas. We will step away when we come back. It's the post-game report. You're tuned in to the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you this week by our good friend Joe Guillory of L&L Advisors.
Your mailbox is stuffed full and the phone keeps ringing. There are even strangers knocking at your door. Open enrollment time for Medicare and prescription drug plans is here, and it brings all kinds of unsolicited activity. Call a local firm with people you know at L&L Advisors. Plans can change pretty drastically year to year, and the agents at L&L Advisors are happy to answer your questions, give advice, and make you feel at ease. With 2 locations in Salina on Road Street and Central Mall, and on South Main and McPherson. Built on honesty and trust, call L&L Advisors today.
The hours of drills, the pre-dawn workouts, the hundreds of laps. It takes hard work, passion, and drive to do what you love. When you're sidelined by injury, Salina Regional Sports Medicine is just as committed and works just as hard to get you back in the game. Salina Regional Sports Medicine, 785-452-7366. SalinaRegionalSportsMedicine.com.
From raw honey to wax melts to beekeeping tools, boxes, and frames, AJ Honey Farms has it all and more. Be sure to check out their salves. Salves is a powerful blend of nature's best ingredients. Beeswax, crafted with care to soothe and nourish your dry skin, minor cuts, and burns. And for dry lips, try out their Happy Bee Balm. Treat yourself to their locally produced honey items, or get a beautifully packaged gift set for a loved one. Stop in to see AJ Honey Farms at 901 North 9th Street. More than just a honey store.
Welcome back in one last time here to the Equity Bank broadcast booth in Brookville, Kansas. Tyler Henry alongside Brooks Garrettson here to put the finishing touches on this, a 45-0 win for the Ell-Saline Cardinals. They roll to 4-0. It's their 4th consecutive victory. Solomon on the year will fall to 0-5. Taking a look at how we got here, again, it was a quick start for Ell-Saline. They got a pick on the first possession of the game. They punched in a 2-yard Reese Crone touchdown, then forced a 3-and-out and had Crone link it up with Trey Williams from 35 yards out. Two teams exchanged a couple of turnovers, a couple of flags kept touchdowns off the board, but a fumble recovered by Victor Ruiz-Torres led to a 40-yard touchdown run for Cass Kramer, then an 8-yard touchdown run for Cass Kramer, then a 55-yard touchdown return on a punt for Cass Kramer. They go to halftime leading the way 48-0, 38-0. They come back out and they finish this on a 1-yard touchdown pass from Reese Crone to Trey Williams, the second link-up of the day, before the PAT puts the game on ice and triggers the 45-point rule. Overall, you take a look at a couple of numbers from this game. It was a good day for Reese Crone. Didn't have to do a whole lot through the air. He goes 3 of 6 for 2 touchdowns, both go to Trey Williams, who catches 2 balls for 37 yards and 2 scores, but the man of the hour, Brooks, has to be Cass Kramer. He rushes for 90 yards. He had the 55-yard touchdown return and a hat trick for 3 of Ell-Saline's touchdowns in this game.
Yeah, Cass Kramer, just a talented ball player for this Ell-Saline team. He showed his electric playmaking abilities here tonight on homecoming and punched in a hat trick for the Cardinals to help the 45-point effort tonight and what would be a huge homecoming win over the Solomon Gorillas.
A reminder that tonight's game was brought to you by Salina Regional Health Center. They are now hiring. See all their open positions and start your new career today at Salina Regional by visiting srhc.com. Solomon's next contest will be against Gossel at home. They'll have that game next week. Meanwhile, Ell-Saline, boy, they're going to get a real test next week as they travel to take on the pride of 8-man, the Little River Redskins. That game coming your way next week. Again, October 11th, that'll be played at Little River High School. That'll just about wrap it up, though, for us. One last time from the Equity Bank broadcast booth for Tyler Henry, for Brooks Garrettson. Ell-Saline takes a perfect 45-0 victory. They get it on homecoming night. They get it at home, and they got it right here on the Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine Game of the Week, brought to you by Joe Guillory at L&L Advisors.
This has been a presentation of your Game of the Week, presented by Eagle Communications and Salina Regional Orthopedic and Sports Medicine.